But what happened to Soul? The hitbox of 6S has been decreased on the top and bottom, making it likely to lose to low profile moves and 6Ps. Praise! Praise! Holy shit, we can finally 6P this man. Stop throwing out this whack ass normal. Let's go. We can get low prof roll. Counter poke city. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Katano. Thank you, Daisuke. It's about time. Crouching S was not used frequently, and this move has been buffed and now serves as a different use from other normals at mid-range. Gee, why would you have to press 2S when far slash does all the work for you? Speaking of FRS, we've added some knockback to his far standing S, the core of his close range game. Although the change is minimal when blocked normally, it has a major impact when blocked with faultless defense. The knockback on his 2K has been decreased, making it easier to combo sweep and other moves. I guess that was necessary. But this means now you can FD. I guess what they're saying is we can FD far slash now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. The S version of Volcanic Viper has had its active time extended, making it more viable as an anti-air attack. What? The hell? Has increased the active time, makes the attack longer overall, and now leaves Soul more open to attacks when whiffed or blocked by a grounded opponent. Just make it have more landing recovery. It can be fast. It was already an anti-air. Come on, Arxis. I guess. So we made it more active to make it more punishable. To add more recovery. Anyway, after blocking Bandit Bringer, it was difficult for both the player and their opponent to predict what would happen. It is now easier to put distance between Soul and the opponent after it has been blocked, and the situation is less likely to be impacted by the startup time of the opponent's close range options. Good. So basically, Bandit Bringer has more pushback, I'm guessing. Although Wild Throw is distinguished by its invincibility to throws, it was used less frequently than Soul's standard throw. It is now possible to follow it with a roaming cancel when it lands. Okay. I guess. So, honestly, the biggest nerf to him was 6S. 6S, he's 6S and Far Slash having more like knockback, increase the standard damage scaling on Far Slash. Thank you. Alright, that's good to know. I want to see what they did to my boy. Probably nothing. Let's see, there was too much of a difference in facing opponents who could anti-air his aerial J2K. It is now easier for anti-airs to hit him during descent. Great! On the other hand, he is now left in a more advantageous position on hit or block with less distance between him and the opponent. Okay, I guess, thank you. Chipp can now continue his offense after making contact with this move. Alright, fine. The lower part of the hitbox of his forward-standing S has been reduced, making it more likely to lose to low-profile moves and 6P attacks. Gee! Thanks, Arxis. It's only like I haven't been complaining about this for like the last 2 months. Cool. However, his crouching S can now be used as a better means to approach the opponent with its extended range. Let's go! Thank you! For fuck's sake, man. I've been saying fix this goddamn button. Ugh. Thank you. This makes it risky for the opponent to throw moves out in neutral against him. Oh, let's go! Buffs. Buffs. Thank you. My man can finally tag your feet. Yes. So J2K is just easier to hit now. Whatever. They didn't adjust the speed. It says just reduce the lower part of the hitbox. So it just means now it's just gonna lose to 6Ps more. Everyone got what they wanted in terms of hitting him out of it now. Whatever. Yo, Ghost. With the $5, we eating good. You know it. You know it. I just want to see my boy come up. But like, I like this. Crouching S having a better hitbox. Like, this is good. This is good. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. Small, but we'll take it. But it's like adjusted the attack's range and increased the lower hurt box as well as behind and in front of Chipp. Honestly, this is actually a buff. Like, I think if you're good at using this normal, it doesn't matter that they added, like, all they did was expand the hurt box. But the biggest buff is reduced knockback. They buffed Leo? Oh man, let's take a look. Let's see what they did to this asshole. Increase his options during Brian Hilder's stance to make it easier to open up the opponent's defense. Alright. The mechanics have also been adjusted so that he will always move towards the opponent when using the dash button. Oh, okay. K during Brian Hilder's stances can be dash or jump canceled. So he gets a jump cancel and the dash cancel off of his shit, but my boy can't get one. Daisuke. Daisuke. Come on, you guys. It was looking good for a minute, man. Let's see Nagoriyuki real fast. Depending on the situation, after the first hit, which is a super, it would sometimes not go into the rest of the animation. This led to a technique to secure fall damage hitting the edge of the attack, but also made disadvantageous when hitting with the back of the attack. It made it so that this would not occur when the back of the attack hits, so that it can be followed up with the combo. So that means when you hit it from the back end, he can still get a combo. And so it won't go into full animation. That's fine. The fallout from his far standing yes makes it easier to decrease the blood gauge escapability. This is fine. They sped up his 6p, so his 6p is probably down from 13 to maybe 9 frames now. This is a buff. This is a huge buff. 6p buff, and the decreasing blood gauge from the far S combo. That's good. And the super, like, this is quality of life, but this is like the 6p is the main buff. Let's see what Geo did. She can now combo 6p from moves such as standing P, making combos easier in situations such as punishing the opponent. When the final hit of 6H connects, she is now in a better situation for Okazami. There is now merit to not choosing to cancel into a special move depending on the situation. I don't know what to say. This is just quality of life. And they're making 6H useful. Makes sense. This is... Nah, I think it just makes her more complete. It's whatever. The 6p buff is kind of necessary. But I still don't think she deserves some of it. But her 6p knocks down. So it might be harder for her to make combos happen, but we'll see. But well, actually, since it's sped up now, it could be a different story. So now she'll be doing like 2k 6p. So she won't... You know why they gave her this? It's because 2k, like her dashing 5k shenanigans, they get thrown. So she can do 5k 6p now. Not that she couldn't do it before, but like it's better now. Alright, Anji. Still shitty. You can now mix up opponents blocking at mid-range with Fujin, because the motion occurs before the attack is active. We have reduced the risk of /S. So they reduced the risk of using / as a poke by reducing the recovery. I mean, that's good. You can get better damage off of standing Ace due to a slight increase of the forward momentum of Fujin. So they adjusted Fujin. Ogi, I think that's to extend the hitbox for that. Okay, that's actually good. They made it possible to whiff cancel into other Fujin follow-ups. And they made Fujin travel further. This is actually enough. For now. That's actually good. So, this probably means far slash in the Fujin is a thing now. Yeah, that's how old Fujin worked. You could whiff it and do the follow-ups. So that means like now he can just do Fujin in the hop and do other things and scare people. So like his neutral is gonna be Well, he's back to old Anji. Fujin times a million. Neutral. What ain't no get? The movement for grounded, aerial, and hover dash has been buffed, expanding her options for both Okazemi and neutral. When changes to a normal such as standing H and the H version of Stroke Tree create additional opportunities for the combos and increase her pressure at close range. Hey, buff Fortismo so it can cause wall break? It already caused wall break. What's the problem? I guess so. They reduced knockback from 2K. That's good. So 2K 2D got buffed. JD adjusted the hit effect on grounded opponents, increasing the time it allowed for follow-up attacks. So JD has more hits done. Stroke has reduced knockback, and Fortismo got buffed. I think the most important thing is her hover dash got buffed. Goldlewis. Dust. Adjusted the landing recovery after the finishing blow hits. 2K reduced knockback, 6P sped up. So 6P's faster, so probably from 13 to 9. Give me Skyfish. The hit effect now changes on the security level. I guess down with the system, wall break bug. Whatevs. Kai. Easier for both hits of Stun Dipper to connect from long range now. Made sense. Compared to crouching S, Far Slash had a few distinct advantages. It's not easier to use as a way to approach opponent from long range. By choosing right time to use move, crouching S stop the approach. They buffed Far Slash, so his wall game is even better. Grounded neutral game, capable of strong grounded neutral game while taking limited risk. Here we go. Here we go. What else do they do? Dragon Install now increases the tension gauge after a set period of time, as other overdrives do, as it greatly increases Kai's average damage output activation. We had intended it to be a valuable option, but it resulted in the move being underpowered and not used frequently. Duh. This caused us to reevaluate, including buffs activation. The change to Ride the Lightning's commanded to avoid accidental inputs, sure. So, Far Slash is better. 2K has decreased knockback. Stun Dipper is easier to combo now, and they buffed Dragon Install. I guess that's okay. What was it, May? Standing Heavy had shorter range than her S attack, so having a lot of recovery. We reduced the recovery and improved the attack's active time. What? Why'd you buff 5H? For what? You already had Far Slash and 2S. Why you make this move better? I guess so. Alright, whatever. We also have reduced the lower hitbox and hurtbox of Far Standing S. Reduce the lower hitbox and hurtbox of her Far S and reduce the active time of Crouching Slash. It is now more vital to choose which of her normals you are used for a given situation. Okay. Overhead Kiss can now be followed up on a mid-screen with adjustments made to damage. So they buffed her command grab. So Crouching Slash decreased active frames and expanded the hurt box in front of me. So now we can counter poke this. Okay, this is good. And Far Slash decreased the lower hitbox and hurt box, so this is still going to be hard to contest. And increase active frames on Heavy Slash on 5H and decrease recovery. This one I don't agree with. This didn't need to be buffed. She was already pressing S buttons anyway. Why you need more? Okay. Axel. It was hard for Axel to get significant returns from standing and crouching P from mid-range despite the risk of them losing out to the opponent's attack. Sure. They can now combo into Snail even on a grounded hit. Okay. Okay. It is now easier to use one vision in combos as the ready stance can be cancelled into from special moves. It is now easier to make use of in situations where Roman cancel could not lead to big follow-ups such as from long range. Or when... This is fine. I'm okay with the buff to run one vision. That's fine. Snail, sped up the attack startup. Okay. All right. All right. I mean, I guess so. I guess so. All right. It's... I guess to give him punishes, I suppose. You know. Yeah, whatever. He got it, he got it. We have greatly increased the merit of making the opponent block Heat Knuckle. Made it easier to gain tension when blocked. Greatly increases the opponent's risk level on block. So you took away that shit from Garuda and you threw it back on Heat Knuckle. Why? Alright, I guess. They made meaty 6k a thing. Whatever. That's not that big. 6k buff is whatever. Heat Knuckle I don't agree with. No change to Garuda? Seems okay, I guess. The increased risk gauge makes no sense to me. I don't agree with that. Tension gain? Fine. Risk build? No. Faust! Is he put in the game yet? Bone Crushing Incitement? That's a super, right? Ball breaks. They improved 5H. Increased active time, increased damage on the follow-up hit. Well. Crouching H decreased the hurt box startup and extended the hitbox in front of Faust. I don't know who was counter-poking that move anyway, I guess. J2K, sped up the attack startup, reduced the hurt box before the attack comes out, adjusted the opponent blowback on hit. This could be reverting it back to old school 2K. Improved, but not any better. He's still gonna have the same problems. J2K will let him play the game a little bit more, but it's... and the wall breaks will help him, but... still the same character. But this J2K, on the other hand, this is better. But I feel like this is the only good thing. Like, this and the super are the only good things. 5H and 2H, this is kind of whatever. This isn't that, like, an amazing of a buff, to be honest. But Millia, in order to make her ground attacks more viable, the recovery of her standing H has been reduced and her special moves that can be cancelled into from normals have been buffed. Oh man. The S version of Tandem Top can now be used in combos off hit confirms. I guess. Maybe she gets combos easier now. So it's probably like a faster projectile. She can now go on the offense with less risk due to being able to link some normals into Lush Shaker at close range into a continuous block string. So she's gonna have Lush Shaker pressure. Lush Shaker's the biggest buff. 5H to me is kind of whatever. This just gonna improve her combos, so that's a dub. But I think it's Lush Shaker. Lush Shaker's the winning key for this patch. So I feel like this isn't that amazing. This isn't that amazing. If anything, it'll be like blah blah. Like, look, if you think about the reduced recovery from 5H, so like blah blah 5H, so close slash 5H, Lush Shaker, 5K or some shit like that. It'll be like her new pressure. I don't like. She's just gonna have slightly better pressure. So what they did with this is they made it so you have to FD her out, or you use YRC. So they're making it so that you have to use your defensive options against her. I mean, it's still good for her. I just don't feel like it's like a deal breaker. Lush Shaker's the biggest buff. That's not the biggest thing. Zato. Let's read this. 6P sped up the attack startup, caused the opponent to lift off the ground on grounded hit. He about to get some strong combos now. When recalling Eddie with 214H while Eddie is summoned, the summon will be cancelled faster. That's huge. Standing 8 increase your attack's hit time, increase the box in front of them. Yeah. This is pretty good. I feel like his 5H needed to be buffed. And yeah, his 6B didn't really work on grounded. It's like Anji, didn't really hit on grounded. That's why I said it causes to lift the opponent off the ground on grounded hit. So I think his 6P was like 13 frames, I want to say. Let me check frame data. Yeah, it was 13. So it's probably gonna go down to 9. It says 13 on here, but so it's gonna most likely jet down to 9 frames and be like close slash, and the 6P is gonna work now. Ramlethal. Aerial 8 reduced the lower hitbox behind and in front of Ram. So they buffed her mid-screen game with Daro. That's pretty good. And it's now easier for her to Aerial JH to lose to anti-air attacks due to the... Yeah, I'm glad they made her... You can anti-air her more. But they didn't nerf her super. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. I just don't know what this Aggressa or Dono. I'm assuming that's the that's not flip, right? Is that the air Rekka? Yeah, it's the air slash. That's what I thought. So can now lead to knockdown against grounded opponents on hit while greatly increasing the benefit of landing a hit with it. So it floats the opponent on grounded hit when both swords are equipped. So her air Rekka didn't really have like much of a use. Well, the air slashes rather. Yeah, air slashes gave her a knockdown from JP, but now she can knock down on grounded opponents, which means I could probably see like 5k TK into that would probably work for her. So I guess this is okay. I mean, these are really good buffs with the exception of like, so they buffed her mid-screen game and they nerfed jump H, but they didn't touch the super. I don't know why I think the super is okay. In my honest opinion, I feel like a lot of characters came out on top. It's hard to say who really is like the #1 winner of this patch. It's really hard to say. I feel like everyone got something that's kind of useful. I think Leo didn't need anything. He's the one character I don't like. 5k during Brian Hilder can be dash or jump cancelled. I just think this was unnecessary. I think this is completely unnecessary. I think this is a huge mistake. He didn't need this. And yeah, Soul getting combos off wall throw now. I really don't know what to say. Of course, like, we could say Ino got majorly buffed right now. I think her and Anji have better quality of life changes than Faust, for sure. Anji, I think, is gonna be a way better character now. He's gonna have more tech now. But I think the next step is the system patch, right? That's coming in October. But honestly, that one buff to me put Leo in a position he didn't need to be in, honestly. But I think one of the good things right now about this game, what's interesting is like they didn't really touch Kai too much. They just buff Far Slash. They buff Far Slash and Stun Dipper. The Crushing K is kind of whatever to me. But I feel like Soul, all they wanted to do was keep him good and make him manageable. Which leads me to believe that the characters that they're going to introduce into the game later are going to completely outshine him. So, right. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's good now. I just feel like as they add more characters, like it's gonna be hard for characters in the base roster to outshine him right now, I think. But I think now with the way he is, he's more manageable. And the SDP nerf slash buff is kind of, it's still a reversal. Like using it as an anti is unnecessary when 5k exists, you know? This is why I don't understand why you increase the active frames. This is I don't understand why would they increase the active frames. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it could stay the way it was, just add recovery frames. So this is like really awkward to me, but whatever. Maybe he'll have counter hit combos on it. Maybe that's why they increased the active frames. Everyone got what they wanted against Chipp. Now it's like, you know what I'm gonna laugh at? If J2K still bodies people the same way, and they're gonna be like, man, the nerf to this wasn't even that good. It wasn't a nerf. It actually got buffed. Like, you gotta think of it this way, right? It's still a dive kick, right? And like, you can hit Yun's dive kick. There's OSs for that stuff. Rufus, same thing. It didn't make the dive kick any less jacked up. And they decreased pushback and added more advantage on hit and block. I'll take that trade for getting jabbed. Whatever. J2K got buffed, but hopefully easier to punish. It's not. I'm gonna tell you right now, that adjustment to J2K, you wanna know what this is? I'll tell you exactly what that buff, I'll tell you what that is. I got you. I'll just show you. Everyone's gonna say, man, I'm so happy they nerfed it. They didn't nerf it. It got buffed. This is not a nerf. Okay? Let me tell you exactly what they did here. All they did to this move was expand the hitbox. That, like, his hurt box. So, look at that. Only in front of him is where he gets hit, right? They said they expanded the hurt box on the left and right sides. So, if anything, all they did was take the... Use my mouse pointer. They took this side of the move and moved it over. That's it. This move is the same. There's nothing different. They might have expanded this part, like this lower part, a little bit, but like the way that it's used, you're still not hitting it. So making it easier to jab or jump jab or some shit like that. Okay, you can jump jab Yun. You can jump jab Yang. You can jump jab freaking Rufus or any other character with an amazing dive kick. You can jump jab Akuma. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can hit it with your jab. Whatever. Less pushback and more advantage on hit and block? At the expense of you being able to jab me? Whatever. They buffed the move. The move is buffed. It's not nerfed. It's not nerfed. It's hella buffed. They made it where you have to properly use it though. I mean, if you're good with Chipp, you should know how to use this button. That's what I think. They increase the lower hurt box. I mean, the thing about it is, I'm gonna just say it again. It doesn't matter. Like, if they increase the lower hurt box on it, it's just how the move is applied, right? How the move works with a good Chipp player, that doesn't matter. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They made it less scrubby. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Juices. That move's still gonna scrub people out. I don't see people, like, the move already has like a large enough hurt box on it at the bottom and people still get hit by it. So I mean, like, as it's a move that has to be used right though. But I know what you're saying though. I know exactly what you're saying. 100%. I know 100% what you're saying though. I'm not gonna sit and like deny it. I mean, J2K is something you just have to use. It's like his best button. It's like his best air button. Because JD sucks in this game. How much better is 2S? And increased hit. Ooh, 10 frames with a better hitbox on it? I'll take it. And they made it better so when he's running at you, he can use it now? Do you know how much, like, you have to understand. All these, like, that move is very difficult to counter poke with. Like, his counter poke game is actually not that great in this game. It's good, but it's not like Xrd amazing or old Guilty Gear amazing at all. It's not. His sweep's not as strong, and they buffed Far Slash. So, like, when you put that in perspective, like, they reduced his reduced the lower part of the hitbox. Like, ugh. Like, well, this is kind of a nerf, but not, it's not really this bad. Maybe I went over, like, this one here, maybe I went a little ham on it, but I guess coming back to it, like, rereading it again, like, reducing the hitbox on this doesn't really do that much. It just makes them be a little less obnoxious from certain ranges. Like, this isn't gonna stop a Chipp player that's really good. Like, making it more likely to lose a low profile moves. The move already dies to low profile moves and 6p attacks. It already loses to these moves, right? But they buffed 2S in exchange, excuse me. Which means you'll see 2S 2H more often. Like, they want you to use that more because they know how good Far Slash is. He's like a Far Slash machine in this game right now. So I guess if we come back to it, right? I probably got hype on this one. I probably read this wrong. Maybe I did. Alright, so first Far Slash, right? Like, this nerf, like, look at this. So they said that they're like reduce this. They're reducing this part, right? Well, like, look at all this that can be hittable. So this means like people are gonna be smashing lows against him even harder in this game, right? So that means you can hit lows against him now. On his 9-frame normal that's used to stop you from pressing those. Right? But the buff to 2S, that's chef's kiss right there. I can live with that. I can actually live with that. Them buffing this, like, this is necessary, bro. This shit didn't hit anything. This shit barely hit in front of him. So if they're extending it out to be about here, this is perfect. Basically, what they're saying is now, instead of counter poking people with this, they want you to use this more, which I'm okay with. That's how I was like that in Rev 2 anyway. Or Revelator in general. Because Chipp's 2S is mad good. In fact, I will go out on a limb and say Chipp's 2S was better than Far Slash in Xrd. By a milestone. Because it caused stagger on counter hit. So, they're forcing him to be more of a counter hit monster. Because this goes into 2H. Meanwhile, this only really goes into Rekka. So they gave you like the option to use either one. And either way it goes, 2S is a better counter hit starter anyway, because you can get 2S, counter hit, Rekka, bonsai kick, and then go ham. So I'm okay with this. Like, this getting nerfed, like, what they probably did was, they probably took this box away. Sorry, let me pull this. Yeah, they're probably taking this box right here away, keeping this the way it is. And probably just reducing the box to maybe about this line right here. So it's just like an incremental nerf. Because this does beat lows, right? So they're gonna probably Yeah, it'll probably be about here. Somewhere in this ballpark. You guys can see my mouse pointer. Coming back, it'll be about here. They might jet it here. And if they're smart, they'll raise this up. They'll raise the green box up to about that area and keep it still. Like, the thing is, they say you could 6P it now. Like, bro, look at this. This extra box area right here. Hold on, let me mute this. Yeah, this whole box area right here, this is already 6P territory. This shit doesn't matter that they're making it easier to 6P. It just means this box is going away, almost for certain. Like, this box is leaving. And they're just gonna make it just this and raise it up. That's it. Nothing else. Yeah, you are already able to 6P this move. That's what I don't understand. Yeah, it made it easier to use this to counter 6Ps. Okay. Like, yeah, the lower part of the hitbox is just being reduced. Well, then yeah, then it's probably just this. And this might just stay the same. Actually, yeah, this might just stay the same. Who knows? That's fine. I can live with that. Like, no matter what, I can live with it. Like, I don't feel like much of anything is like, when I look at it and think about it, like, I'm fine. Don't SSF. We won't talk about Leo, bro. We'll just leave that asshole alone. He does not deserve a 5K dash cancel. That character did not need a dash cancel at all. Like, of all the characters in this game that did not need a dash cancel, was him. Like, if I'm to be honest, I'm gonna sound critical here, but I think Chipp needed a dash cancel more than he did. I think that character needed a dash cancel more than he did. Like, 6P counter hit dash cancel combo or some shit. Like, yeah. The funny thing is, they might revert that. Or you know what my personal favorite thing about that change is? 5K dash cancel blue RC frame traps. I'm just... I just think about that and I'm just like, okay, we'll just give him a dash cancel blue RC. Like, alright. This is fine. Man's like Kensou. What's up, big dog? What's going on, big dog? Big ups to the boy. I am just dumbfounded. I'm just dumbfounded at giving him a dash cancel. My man really got a dash cancel blue RC frame trap. Like, what? Like, what? How? SSF, how? Tell me. Stream chat, tell how? That is +3. My man can 5K jump cancel blue RC, 5K dash cancel blue RC. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me, my friend. How? How? How did we get here, man? Kensou, how did we get here, bro? How, bro? Tell me. I need to understand. How did we get here? We came so far. Look. We came so far. We tried so hard, but in the end, we got this character with a damn dash cancel. Damn it. Ugh. Why? They gave this man a dash cancel. We all know how strong dash cancels are, man.